Oftentimes, people are confused or bewildered on what the narcissist's goal actually is. And I'll tell it to you here plain and simple. Pathological narcissists want your subservience. It is a false premise to believe that narcissists want your empathy. They do not want your empathy, and this is why they weaponize it. Pathological narcissists actually believe that empathy is a weakness. What they want is control over you, so you should be subservient. Essentially, they want you to behave like their servant. They want to be master, so you must be slave. Narcissists cannot receive empathy. And this is why in the relationship, whether it is a parental relationship, could be an intimate relationship, could be a friendship, etc., you will see where if you try to give narcissists love and kindness and compassion, it actually makes them irritated. Because in their mind, and this is how they think, they believe that you are trying to manipulate them. And this is simply their projection onto you, because they are the ones that are actually manipulating you. When it comes to pathological narcissists, again, narcissists do not want your empathy. They want your attention, admiration, validation, and your reflection. You are the narcissist's object. You are being objectified. You are there as an external source to regulate their emotions because they cannot do this on their own. If you go back to the narcissistic entanglement, you will see where, even though they believe in their deluded mind that they are better than you, they always come to you seeking validation. Again, this is why they need your admiration, validation, and your reflection. If we quickly turn to the DSM, and the DSM is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Illnesses, and we look at the diagnostic criteria for NPD. So what we're looking at here is the psychopathology, because the DSM is governed by the APA. That's the American Psychiatric Association. You will see where they have three main characteristics as it relates to pathological narcissists. Again, NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. So while someone may need 5 or more of the traits that you see listed here, they really center around these three main characteristics. And number one is their grandiosity. So you're dealing with people that believe that they are better than others without merit. Number two is their need for excessive admiration and attention. And number three is their lack of empathy. Now, I will add another one here to the list, which you can almost use this to spot a pathological narcissist, because you're dealing with people with pathologically low self-esteem, is they are pathological liars. And we're not talking about little white lies here. Anything that is pathological is related to a dis-ease or a disorder. So if someone is a pathological liar, like the character Pinocchio, then they are addicted to lying. And you will see where pathological lying is also called mythomania. So understand that narcissists are pathological liars, which means that they tell lies on top of lies, beside of lies, beneath lies. Their mask is a lie. The mask that they wore in the love bomb or the idealization phase is a lie. When you like R&B music, all of a sudden the narcissist likes R&B music. If somebody else likes hip-hop music, then all of a sudden they're gonna like hip-hop music. You're dealing with someone with no underlying foundation. They do not have a base. They do not have a true personality. Essentially, what you're dealing with is a mimic. Narcissists are not individuals. We say that again. Narcissists are not individuals. You would be very hard pressed finding another Sheikah. Why? Because I am an individual. And when you say I am, they should be coming from the spirit level. When pathological narcissists say I am, it is actually coming from the mind level because they believe that they are their ego. They believe that they are the mask. And this is why the narcissists in China and the narcissists in the US and the narcissists in the UK and the narcissists in South Africa and the narcissists in Australia are all technically the same because they're not individuals. They are a mind-made construct. It is the same false personality. It is the same fake entity that is going around deceiving people. Understand that we are spirit operating a human body with access to different tools, namely our mind power, our willpower, and our emotions. Pathological narcissists abandoned their spirit. They abandoned the governor of the ship. The captain is now in the back seat because they have identified with their mind. They have identified with their ego. And this is why at one level, narcissism, pathological narcissism is classified as a mental illness or a personality disorder. However, understand that this is not merely a simple mental illness. These people do not have a spirit. You're dealing with a type of severe dissociation. The captain is no longer there. I want to make it abundantly clear to you that whoever you thought the narcissist was does not exist. They were mirroring you from day zero. If you were in an intimate relationship with a narcissist, then you fell in love with yourself. They put on the best mask tailor-made to deceive you. Narcissists are not individuals. And this is why narcissists from all over the world pretty much act the same because they're not unique. They're not individuals. They did not individuate. And understand that individuation is the process that people go through to become adults, to become unique individuals. Narcissists failed the individuation process. And this is why at their core, we're not talking about their physical age here. At their core, they behave between the ages of roughly 5 to 12 years old. And on average, let's say they behave like a 7 or 8-year-old. So these people did not develop past the emotional, spiritual awareness level of a third grader. And we are talking about a maladaptive third grader here. If you leave a person in an adolescent state, then they will act militaristically. So adolescent state means underdeveloped. And militaristically means that they are going to be very violent people. You hear me say it often on this channel that pathological narcissists are people that are based in shame and they're unable to move past their pride. So if somebody is based in shame, unable to move past their pride, then what you're looking at here are negative emotions, which means that they only have access to negative emotions, which means they're going to be dealing with a very toxic individual. They do not have access to courage. Hence, there is going to be no accountability because you must be vulnerable to a degree to be accountable. Again, narcissists failed the individuation process. There is not going to be any camaraderie, any collaboration with these people because in the narcissist mind, they believe that you are beneath them and they have to be above you. The only systems that narcissists will participate in are verticals, never horizontals. You're never working together with a narcissist. They are working against you.